nouvelle série pour nous et puis juste on essaye de continuer à travailler sur nous, bien sûr, parce qu'on a beaucoup de choses à travailler et aussi regarder juste ce qu'ils font aujourd'hui, essayer de se préparer et demain y aller avec essayer de gagner tous les matchs. Donc pour nous, c'est la même mentalité. On donne tout ce qu'on a et on se prépare bien et on essaie de gagner.
Et comment tu vas adapter ta stratégie défensive pour essayer de désamorcer Giannis?
Je pense qu'il est très talentueux et pour nous, ce sera un effort d'équipe et je pense que nous tous, on aura un travail à faire contre lui et je pense qu'en équipe, nous tous, on va essayer de l'arrêter. Mais bon, pour moi, si je défends sur lui, c'est essayer de rendre tout difficile et on sait déjà tout ce qu'il peut faire sur le terrain, son talent et tout ça. Donc, c'est moi essayer de minimiser ça et aussi en tant qu'équipe, on essaye de le défendre tous en fait.
Having had to attack Embiid prepare you in any way for Giannis, if that indeed is the matchup when you have the ball, or are they so different that it's tough?
I mean, I think I don't know. Like, it depends how they're gonna guard it. And I mean, obviously, Embiid is a big body. I mean, Giannis is long and athletic too, but at the same time, Embiid is like way bigger, and so it's like kind of different. But it's gonna depend on how they guard it, I guess.
What's the last 48 hours been like for you since the shot went in? The whole city, it seems, has gone crazy, and the country's gone crazy. On the inside.
Yeah, I think the night of the shot was incredible. It was crazy. I mean, amazing moment. Definitely excited to be a part of that, and I'm definitely blessed to be there. But I think after that day, it was kind of like we have to move on and this next series, and we got a big opponent coming up. So, yeah, for me, if I want to answer, that night was, the shot and all that. And then after that, it was like, Milwaukee.
How many times have you watched it?
I don't know. A lot of times, I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely one of those moments that you got to rewatch and a couple more times. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure every time you slide on Instagram, you find it somewhere. So I watched it a couple of times.
Pascal, coach was kind of saying you'll see what happens when the ball goes up and kind of make adjustments from there. But today, what were the priorities that you guys were talking about in preparation?
You asked that to coach?
Sorry?
You asked that question to coach?
No, I'm asking you. What were your priorities today?
You should have asked Coach Nerves. Why are you asking me? I think he'll have a better answer, but I mean, obviously, we know what they want to do. They want to, get shots at the rim or shoot threes. So we got to try to limit that as best as we can, and contain guys like Middleton, Giannis, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I think you should have asked that to Coach Nick, but.
Pascal, Kawhi's been here before. He's been all the way. When you talk to him in the dressing room, what does he bring to the dressing room? What do you get from his experience in the league and in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we just, he always kind of like calm and no matter what's going on, he definitely always has the same demeanor, the same, kind of attitude. And I think even when we lose and things like that, he doesn't really look worried, so. I think it's good to have a guy like that where you can look at it and, he always give you like that look that, hey, it's going to be adversity, it's going to be tough, but we can definitely bounce back all the time.
Seeing what's gone around the city, seeing what's gone around the country, seeing how people have reacted in the last 48 hours, what has that been like?
It's good. Steve, I like... I have to be a party pooper. I try to insulate myself away from it pretty much, right? But like when I'm sitting down in my lobby waiting for my Uber to come to take me to work, I can hear conversations going on about where they were at watching the game and things like that. So you can sense that excitement a little bit. And it was there's nothing like a buzzer beater, right? Just literally nothing like a buzzer beater. I think that added a lot to the emotion of it all. And but it's good. I'm all I'm really happy about is that we're still playing and we're getting ready to go again, because I kind of expected us to be playing at this time of the year.
Nick, first time in a while you guys have opened the series on the road. Does it feel like you guys are the underdogs in this series? You have to approach things differently as the lower seed?
No, I don't think so. To both questions, I think we're a good road team. We're a good team. The stakes are high, right? They've been high. They've been, I'm not really, it hasn't really dawned on me that we don't have home court or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just really focused in on trying to get our mindset right to when that thing goes up tomorrow night, that we're ready to go. And again, trying to block out how excited everybody was, because that's got to be over here pretty soon, right? And any other little things it's going to come down to once that ball goes up, can we get ready to go?
Nick, I appreciate what you're saying about trying to insulate yourself from the hype and everything with Game 7 and the buzzer beater. You insulate yourself, but I mean, you have a phone. I'm guessing it might have blown up with people. I mean, that was such a rare moment. I mean, it's never been done in NBA history that someone's hit the buzzer beater in Game 7 to win a series. So did you get reaction from other people, even though you, as you say, try to insulate yourself? Yeah,
of course, right? Of course you do, and that's okay, right? I think it's like it's interesting. I find it interesting, right? That many people are watching, and that many people are really watching, and how many people said they, it was so close. I was breathing heavy, and I had almost, I was, oh my God, it was so hard on me, and all that kind of stuff. I find it interesting. I find it great. I think my college coach, Eldon Miller, one time, I remember him saying that, everybody's worried about the result, and it's good, man. And we'd rather have them worrying about that than a lot of other things. So it's good. And I also, I think it's good that they get people that I know and people that I grew up with and family and friends and high school teammates and all that kind of stuff, that they get to enjoy it and come along with them, and I'm happy to share it with them, of course.
Nick, when it comes to that guy, Giannis, can you just talk about the challenges he presents and how you try to, can't stop him but contain him?
Yeah, obviously he's an overpowering type player, right? With his size, now his strength, his speed, and then his array of kind of moving up the floor. He's got the speed dribble, he's got the shoulder hits, he's constantly running people over, he's spinning, moving, and he's big and long, right? That he can reach out. Even if you do a great job, he can still reach up over the top of you and lay it in sometimes. So the challenge, I mean, I think it's not, I think you guys have seen them play and all that kind of stuff. You got to try to slow him down in transition, right? Which is more than a one-person job. It's probably a 5-person job. The guys that are out there, they have to build walls and build them early so the freight train doesn't get going too fast. And you're going to have to stand in there. The one thing, like, I'm super proud of our defense is that we stand in there and we take hits and we take charges, right? I don't have the numbers, but we got to be up there really close to leading the playoffs or leading the league, and there's gonna be charges to be taken in this game.
Kyle's almost leading the playoffs.
Kyle by himself.
What was it, every team but Golden State?
Yeah, Kyle has more than every other team but the Warriors.
Okay, so we have some guys that take charges, and there's going to be charges to take, and we need to stand in there and take them. It isn't that easy sometimes when Embiid's rolling downhill with speed, or somebody like Giannis is, to step in there and take them, but we need to take them because they're going to be there.
How much has Giannis's game changed or evolved since the last time you guys had to prepare for him? Is it a different job? Is it now preparing for him?
I don't think so. I mean, he keeps getting bigger and stronger and a little more skilled, I think, right? And obviously he's shooting a little bit better. But it's kind of always, we've played them a number of times. It's you gotta somehow slow down the transition. They do probably run different things this year, so that's evolved a little bit. He'll post, he'll handle in the screen and roll, he'll set in the screen and roll in both the mid and the side. So there's maybe more actions with this coach than there was the prior years. But again, it's just like you got a guy like that, you use every action there is in the game, right? And they do.
On Saturday before Game 7, we talked a lot about the idea of growth and what you can learn in these games. What did you, with a few days to reflect on that, what do you think you learned about the game, good and bad?
Well, yeah, I think I always say we're going to find out what we learned when the ball goes up, right? But I think that let's be honest here. We had some great moments, right, where we looked awesome, right? And we had some moments that were really bad, right, where we didn't play very well. And I'm hoping we learned that how proportionate our effort is into how well we play, and not have any of those games. You can't, I don't know. I thought we learned our lesson from that in Game 1 in Orlando, because we ripped off about 6 tough-ass, hard-playing games, right? I think 6 in a row, and then we took a step back in Game 3 in Philly, and maybe Game 6, right? So I'm hoping we learned that. I think we're again growing defensively in what we can do as far as our aggressiveness and our rotations. I think we're growing as a rebounding team. I saw us putting bodies on people a little bit more. I think we're growing as far as our rotation. I know it's short, but the many differences it's now presenting with Kyle Kawhi at the 2, Pascal at the 3, Serge at the, there's lots of variation. Serge at 4, Mark at 5, and we don't know yet which of those turn out in this series. But I didn't know those were going to be good going into the last series, right? But we know there's some variety there, and we've tinkered with that stuff all year long, and we know we can handle those kind of things.
Nick, most people assume that the rest that they'll have going into this series is an advantage. Is there an advantage to what you guys are coming off of, the grind in both series, really?
I mean, I think so. I mean, definitely hear what you're saying, right? And there's a case for that. I hate to keep using this line. We're going to wait till the ball goes up to find out. But there's also certainly a theory or history that the team that's been on edge stays on edge, right? And we've certainly been on edge and had to play at a very, very high level. And that's coming quick. And hopefully we just get in that same vehicle.
How much of an asset has Kawhi been in the dressing room? I mean, his on-court presence is obvious. We asked him about it. We doesn't sort of talk too much about his impact. But I mean, what's it been like, his experience together with relay that to the others?
Yeah, I think that he talks a little bit more than maybe you guys think he does. I don't know, right? I think we all know he's pretty quiet. My thing is like he speaks up in the film. He speaks up in the defensive coverage sections of the deal. I talked to him about places we're going to get him the ball and things we're going to run, and he either agrees or disagrees and weighs in on that kind of stuff. But he's he's very even keeled, right? Like if it was like your son or something and you were trying to teach him how to be a sports person, you'd say, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Be as even keeled as you can. Don't overreact to good play or bad play. Don't overreact to wins and losses. He does that at a really high level, and that impacts us, I think.
Offensively, do you need more diversity and just movement?
100%. 100%.
And also, do you have any status on OG? Any change on OG?
First of all, yes, 100%. I think all the way leading into the fourth quarter of that game the other day, we were trying to keep more people involved offensively, right? And again, I think somebody told me like in the first 8 minutes of the game the other night, we had 22 uncontested shots, and we made 8 of them, which isn't good, right? So again, we need to keep creating those and spread those around a little bit and make some of those. I'm hoping that we do. And OG, the update that I got this morning was he is starting to move around and be more active, and we've got about 1 more week before we think we can probably start really moving him around and getting to a point where we see something in the distance of possibly returning. We're a week away from being, no, I'm just kidding.
Milwaukee has similar defensive schemes to Orlando in terms of dropping the big and backing the big. Are there lessons that you can take from that series over into this one? Or is your personnel just too...
Well, I mean, I think we've seen that now a couple series, right? They had obviously Orlando with Vucevic and they had Embiid back, right? And Lopez is a great rim protector, right? He's really good. He's always under the rim, using his physicality, sometimes over physicality on shots. So yeah, there should be some similarities there. What we see, it'd be interesting to see how they match up, right? I'm sure they watch the games and they're going to take a look at some different things, and it'll change throughout the series, right? I'm sure the way they go in or the way we go in will change probably by halftime of the game tomorrow night, coming out in the third quarter.
Pascal's waiting, but we'll just go to the end for the last one.
You said about Kawhi that he has an impact on your team with that even-keeled attitude. What is the impact?
Well, I think that we've made it kind of a part of who we are from the start of training camp to not overreact to too much this year, right? We weren't gonna go crazy about a loss in the preseason or a loss on game 12 or an unbelievable victory at Golden State at Christmas time or whatever. We were just going to try to be even keeled and get ourselves ready to go for this time of year. So I think that's helped us. We had some up and down moments. We have them. Golden State has them. Portland has them. And I think we just kept on playing.